Well, it's Saturday and we had frost last night. That's ice on a piece of bark. Oh, we've got ice on the pond. All the beans are all okay, and the onions are okay, and the garlic is definitely okay over there. Bo's got another bone. Normally, when I can get them, he has two bones a week. Keeps him busy for a couple of hours. You can see it's a glorious looking day. Bit of cloud to the south, a bit to the west. But they forecast a nice day, apart from the frost. But yeah, the garden's looking fine. Got lots coming out, loads of bulbs ready to come out. The hyacinths are getting ready to come out. So beautiful, I love hyacinths. It's a scent. So in the greenhouse, it's 2 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 2 degrees centigrade out there. It's about 35, 36 Fahrenheit. So let's have a look. I've taken these large propagator lids off. Let them get some proper sun. Oh, the dill and the coriander is looking great. The potato sections are good. The cosmos, the parsley, the thyme. I've lost one pot of thyme, but I don't know why. The other two sections seem okay, but not that one. The lavender's okay. The anthuriums, yeah, they're a bit hit and miss. I'm not too bothered. I don't normally grow flowers, and I've got all these cosmos, so I'm quite happy there. So we're going to look inside here. So we've got the red rhubarb cutting leaf kale there. We've got the little gem lettuces, and then the cucumbers, and the tomatoes are doing fine. The next generation of 60-day rab broccoli there, the 60-day rab broccoli here. Those are the ones I've already put into pots. These are the ones that have got to go into pots. So you can see the difference by potting them up in bigger pots. And that is the 2 tomatoes which grew from the 2 halves of tomato. So yeah, I'm more than happy. These are the seeds I sowed towards the end of the week. So yeah, I didn't expect them to come up yet. It's a little bit chilly, so let's have a look. Right, it went down to minus 1.2. It's 14 degrees inside the greenhouse now, and I say it's only 2 degrees outside. It's had a high this week of 28.5. Did I put the... I thought... here we are. Inside I put the temperature gauge, and it says it is... let's have a look. Yeah, 14, so that's tallies with the electronic one from Thermometer World, which I got off of eBay. It was very reasonably priced actually. So that's in here. I'll do a bit more in a moment. That's before I go. That's my pitcher plant. Now, it's had great difficulties. I lost it last year. I mean, it's a real little ecosystem in there now. Bring it around here. The moss is growing all round, and that's growing in just the perfect place where it seems to like. So, doing very well. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to put that back down here because it seems to be doing very well down there. And I'll catch you in a moment. Right, well, this is a little pod of thyme seedlings, which there's only one left, as opposed to, oh, sorry about the speed, the ones there. And this pot looked the same, but it's they've all died off. Now I'm wondering, the soil inside of it, the compost seed on in this seed, is fine. It's not too wet. It's not too dry. It's just the right dampness. But I'm wondering whether, look at the pot. See the white mould all round? Now, I'm wondering whether the pots to get these Koya cocoa pots, because that's what they're marketed as, is cocoa pots. It says they're made from cocoa fibre. Now I'm wondering whether these get too wet, and even though the compost inside isn't, you know, that wet, I'm wondering whether this is causing too much of a problem, especially with the white mould. Yeah. You see the white mould? I mean, they've all got some form of white mould on them. Now, if anyone can tell me if that is a good sign or a bad sign, if it's good mould or bad mould, I don't know, but it's definitely killed these off. Give me your thoughts. Let's have a look in the guttering I put up. This is the aluminium guttering I put up. Because it's got quite a good level of soil, I thought I'd do a trial. So, I put peas. Just de Provence peas in here. And, well, they're all coming up. So, yeah, we'll see what occurs. I'm just going to uncover these containers here now. The carrots in these containers. Oh yeah, the carrots are coming on okay. The spring onions are beginning to sprout. Plenty of time for the rest to come up. And the parsnips, well, parsnips I find take a long time to come up, and I've sown parsnips before, and they've, you know, year after year, and some years they've taken a month to come through, so I'm not worried about them at all. So we'll just give it a wait and see. Bo's still at his bone. This is getting on for an hour later now, and well, I think you can just about see the difference. He's near enough stripped it there. Bless him. Right, I've come in to get my hands warmed up. It's now 10:30, Saturday the 24th, and yes, it's a cold one this morning. As you've seen, it frost last night, ice on the pond, and very surprised about the piece of bark. There was ice on the piece of bark. It's now saying on the Met Office website that The temperature's gone up here in North Shropshire to about 8 degrees with a real feel of 5 degrees, but to me it doesn't feel any different than it did an hour or more ago when it said it was only a real feel of 2 degrees. Any case, I've come in to get myself a cup of chai tea and just to sort of think about what else I'm doing. I put some more opened up a cardboard box and put down where I'm going to put the rest of the potato sacks. I'll put the egg trays down, the plastic egg trays down to keep the potato sacks off the ground like I have with the rest of them, and then I'll cut some more hedging, which I must get finished this week, because I've noticed the sparrows already doing their mating rituals, so it won't be long before they're at it full swing and the nest sites are starting to be looked at. Robin will be thinking about making nest sites soon. I know that he and she out there haven't started yet, and even though I don't see her often, the little Jenny Wren will be making her nest out there. She lives around the garden. There's another pair of Jenny Wrens that I often see over in the cemetery, but I know this one is fairly resident to the garden because she likes the hedge on the west side, and every year has never failed to make a nest, never ever failed to rear a good brood of chicks. So it does help having Bo, because he does keep the cat out. We've got a tabby cat that comes into the garden. I saw her yesterday morning underneath where the feeders are on the 2 rose arches, and she was looking up thinking about, well, are there any birds around, before she made her mind up to vacate the garden. But yeah, I don't want to let Bo out when she's out there, and it looks like a she. It may be a he, but it looks like a she, so I'm going to call her she. In case he chases her, rather than sort of just stands there and his presence makes her exit the garden. If he chases her and she flies over the wall on the roadside, which is the east, and then through bushes, then runs out into the road as a car's going past. No, I don't want to be responsible for her getting run over. This road here can be really busy at times. So it's a case of now assessing what I'm going to be doing. I think I'll have my chai tea indoors in the kitchen. Have a read of Kitchen Garden. This is the March one. So yeah, I'm going to have a read of that. A few more seeds to put in the pile, but there are some interesting articles in here. There's a big Dahlia article, and I quite like dahlias. I suppose it's because of my neighbour used to grow dahlias for exhibition, and it's Jane Kelly, and if you just go on to YouTube, put in Jane Kelly, her site will come up, her video channel will come up, and yeah, quite interesting. It's not all about dahlias, there's other things as well. She does a Meet the Gardener as well. So yeah, go to Jane Kelly's video and have a look as well. So I'm going to call it this for the moment, and I'll catch you again in a bit. Well, the ornamental grasses have now been cut back. That's the last of the grasses to be cut. So hyacinths, showing everywhere. Right, so what I've done with the grass from the, that I've clipped off, I've cut up, put it around the rhubarb on top of the compost that came out of the tumbler bin. As you can see, it's not the best stuff in the world, but with the grass as a mulch on top, that should dry out and start to crumble. It came out very wet. Just to give you some idea, got one bin there and no bin on the other side, and you've got to get that combination right of brown and green, but it's isn't the greatest. And I've also cut back the apple. I think that's the spearmint, and the, yeah, I'm sure that's a peppermint. So the mints are now cut back as well. So not doing bad. More cardboard laid down there, as I showed you earlier. So yeah, I can't wait for this rhubarb to start really get going. These came from the allotment, so that makes them, let me think, that must make them about 6 years old now, but they've only been in here for 2 years. This is their 3rd year. Well, what more could you want than this? Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Faithful friend at my side, aren't you, Bo? Cup of tea, and it's actual tea this time. A nice cheese and onion on wholemeal bread sandwich. Just perfect. Catch you tomorrow or Monday. Take care.